This video is to show you some of the work that I've done. So this page that you're looking at is the second web page of a company. I'm working right now on the third. Each of them had a very different focus, and I think it's very important. And I want to comment that when you're designing the user interface, because you have to take into account what the market will be for a specific website. So the first website came out when the company was just coming out, the technology was just coming out. So the main focus of the page was on explaining what the technology did. Essentially, so really innovators, could go and just try it for the first time. Then the second page came out when they hit like 2,000 clients, I think. And now the focus was on people trusting the technology. So we decided to put a lot of to film actual clients, saying their experiences with the technology. And as you can see, it's very graphic. It has animation, it goes back and forth, which when this page came out, it made a lot of sense, and people. But that was like 5 years ago. Now it's not that effective because people have changed, the market has changed, so you have to adapt. Now people don't have time to go and look at all these little animations, go back and forth, and they really don't have time for that. So we're working on the third version of the site, which is this. Now this page doesn't look as pretty as the previous, and that's because it still needs the last graphic design treatment. I usually start a project with a prototype like this in PowerPoint, when I just basically determine where should everything go, what content, in what order, with which many clicks and stuff like that. Then I'll pass it to a graphic designer, which would work on something like this in a graphic program, right? And from there, we try to adapt it into HTML. Now the thing is, every time you adapt something to HTML, you run into some limitations. So you get some really minor details. You can't really go pixel perfect. Now at that point, you have two choices. You can either obsess about it and just try to get it pixel perfect from the first version of the graphic design, or you could go back to the graphic design and say, okay, so what other options do I have that adapt to these limitations? And that usually is a lot cheaper. That means it takes less time. What we did is we sat with clients, with real clients. We just watched them as they use the site. Let's say you're a person that you want to get a treatment for your arm, okay? So first you have to go to the section, let's say here, results, and you find a picture of the arm, and we're like, oh, okay, so that looks kind of good. I might want to get that. So how much is that? So then you have to change the section. Now you go to the price section, right? And again, you get this animation back and forth. And once you get to this animation, you got to look for it. Say, oh, here it was. So now you check the price. But now let's say you want to see a testimony. Now you have to jump again. So see how many times I'm jumping from one place to the other. So every single information that I need requires me to go from one section to the page to the other. Now this is not exclusive of this company. Every single company that or web page that I've seen has the same structure. It's structured from the point of view of the owner, really, right? So even maybe instead of having this menu in the top, maybe they have it on the left, but it's basically the same thing. It's a grouped or structure by the nature of things, but not by the nature of the people buying. So this is very different from the news site. In the news site, what you do is, let's say you are interested again in arm, so you click on the arm, and instantly you have everything you need about that area, and we have hidden everything else, all the other areas. If you're not interested in legs, there's no picture of legs, there's no people talking about legs, just about arms. So you get the price for the arm for 3 sessions. This is the price. This is how much it takes, 40 minutes. I know it's in Spanish, but I'll translate. And you have testimonies of people that have actually done that part of the body, and also frequently asked questions related to that area. Let's say I don't only want to make the arm, also my abdomen. So I click on it, and then the site changes, and now it's showing pictures either from arm, right here again, or from abdomen, right? And again, all of these testimonies or people that have done any of those treatments, the telephone numbers are always shown, the mail is always shown, and the direction and a link to a map is always shown. So in one page, you just have to do one little click, let's say, or two little clicks. I want arm and my abdomen, and that's it. All the rest is just really looking at the information. So that makes for a really quick and really effective exploration to get what you want to do really fast.